welcome to your mats. My name is Sam. I will be guiding you through practice today. We have Courtney here who's also going to be flowing with us. So we'll have our mats. If you have blocks already, I'd say have those ready and available to use. If you don't have blocks, you can always use books, but they're just kind of here as props as we start to move and flow. All right, so we'll get started in a comfortable seat whenever you're ready. You can find a cross-legged position, or you can come to sitting on your shins, whatever feels good. And just take a few moments to arrive. Rock the sits bones into the mat, find a nice tall spine, and bring your hands to the tops of your knees, palms face down. We'll take a breath in just to reach the shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, roll them back down and away. Keep that, soften your eyes closed. And we'll just take a few moments to really arrive here in the space on our mats. Begin to lengthen your breath here. Find a little softness in the jawline. And just allow the mind to quiet, right? Really arriving here in the space. Letting go of your day and letting go of anything that you need to do later on. This time is about being present here with your breath on your mat and letting go. We'll take a nice full breath in through our nose, begin to fill up all the way to the top and hold. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out, let it go. We'll do that a few times. Inhale through the nose, fill up, fill the backside body with air. Open mouth, exhale. One more time, deep, full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Then seal your lips. Start to breathe deeply just like that through the nose, turning on your Ujjayi breath. With each inhale, filling up the lungs with air. With each exhale through the nose, have a gentle hug or a slight constriction at the back of your throat, giving an ocean-like sound to your breath. And let this breath warm you up from the inside out. Let it set that pace, that rhythm for movement as we start to flow through our asana practice. Know that if you need a break at any point, if you lose connection with your breath, you can find child's pose or any other resting posture that serves you. Find a dedication or intention for your practice if you'd like. Add a little meaning today. And we'll stay here for one more round of breath. With your next inhale, gently blink your eyes open, find a soft, steady gaze. We'll take a breath in, begin to circle the arms up overhead and lengthen up through your side bodies. Exhale, palms come together to touch at heart center. Move like this with breath a few times. Inhale, big circle, lengthen up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, big circle, lengthen and lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. And this time, inhale, circle the arms, extend them overhead and hold. With your spine stacked, just begin to bring the elbows out wide. Find a little bit of a cactus shape. Spread the palms wide. Take a breath in. Exhale, circle your right arm under your left. Find eagle arms or take a hug variation. And just bring some movement here. Maybe sway gently. You can make some circles with the elbows. Find movement into all planes, lifting up, bringing the elbows towards the body. And just start to find space into the backside body, whatever feels good, into your shoulders. And when you're ready to come back to center, we'll find that stillness. Again, eagle arms or hug variation. Take a breath in to lift the elbows just a little bit higher. Or if you have your arms hugged like Courtney, press your elbows down towards your chest. Breath in. As you exhale, release your right palm to the top of your left thigh, and then circle this right arm up and over, left arm rather, to the side. Yeah, nice side body stretch. Drop the shoulders away from your ears and add a little spiral of the heart. Maybe gaze up if that feels okay in the neck. As we inhale, rise, send both arms high back to center. And then exhale, hands come back to heart. Yes, we'll switch it out. Take a breath in, big circle, lengthen and lift. Exhale, just as before, cactus the arms, but keep the spine stacked. Spread the palms wide. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, we'll switch it out. Send the left arm under the right, find your eagle arms, or take that hug variation. And invite some movement here on this side, roll it out, find movement into all planes. Maybe bring the elbows towards your chest, little circles or movements. And start to open up into the shoulders here a little bit. And as you find stillness, whenever you're ready, come back to center. Maybe lift the elbows just a little bit higher, or hug variations, press the elbows down, breath in. Exhale, we'll unravel, release your left palm to the top of your right thigh, and then circle that right arm up and over to the left side. Yes, a little spiral here as you open up. And maybe it feels okay to gaze up or down, and then really press down through your right sit bone as you breathe into the right side body. We'll rise back to center. Inhale, sweep both arms high. Exhale, release your palms down to the mat. Start to roll over your shins and come into tabletop pose. Bring shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You're welcome to tuck your toes if you need a little low back support. Spread your palms wide, gaze to the top of your mat. One round of cow-cat. Inhale, begin to drop the belly down. Lift your gaze, press your heart forward. Exhale, cat, push into the mat. Start to round and gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, come into your neutral tabletop, gazing back to the top of your mat. And from here, extend your right leg along behind you. Flex the foot, stamp it on the wall. Root down firmly through the right palm, and then when you're ready, extend your left arm forward, thumb to the sky. Take a breath in to lengthen along the spine. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Bring your, start to round as you touch the elbow to the knee. We'll inhale to extend and lengthen. Exhale, just like that again, elbow to knee, around. One more time, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. This time, inhale, lengthen and hold. Kick your right heel in towards your glute. Circle that left arm around. You can reach for the outside of the ankle or the outside knife edge of the foot. Maybe kicking into the palm gently to add a little back bend here. And if it serves you, you can gaze down, find that stability. Strong into the legs. We'll stay one more round of breath. Use your inhale to unravel, re-extend right leg, left arm. Exhale, tabletop pose, release your left palm, your knee, and then just make a few movements here. You can sway, you can take a round of cow, cat, roll it out, anything that feels organic in the body. When you're ready, come back into that center tabletop pose, neutral spine. We'll switch it out. Extend your left leg out long behind you. Flex the foot, firm your lower belly. Press down through the left palm and extend your right fingertips long in front of you, thumb to the sky. Breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Push the mat away and around. Inhale to lengthen and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend and hold. Kick your left heel in towards your glute. Circle that right arm around. Again, you can reach for the ankle, maybe the outside knife edge side of the foot. Continue to press firmly into your left palm, adding a little twist here. For more intensity, maybe kick into the palm, a nice gentle back bend. One more round of breath wherever you are. Inhale to extend, right leg, left leg, or right arm, left leg, and exhale, tabletop pose, release it down. Again, free form movement here, roll it out, take a round of cow, cat, shift the weight, whatever you need. And we'll meet back in our neutral tabletop when you're ready. Tuck your toes. When you arrive, press into your finger pads. Take a breath in and start to hover the knees. Push them out away. Fire up the core, a little hovering tabletop. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Invite movement here. You can pedal your feet, sway your hips, whatever feels good. First, downward facing dog of practice. And start to open up. We'll take our time to find a little stillness. Bend your knees softly. Start to push the mat away. And then let your heels come heavy to the earth. Take a long breath in. Feel length along the spine. Stay for a steady, long Ujjayi breath out. Inhale, extend your right leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, stack, open your hips. Hold here. You can roll into the right hip, maybe into the ankle, whatever feels good. Let's start to drive your left heel to the mat and continue to push the mat away. As you're ready to re-extend, square your hips and lengthen the right leg behind you. Exhale, gaze forward. You can step or help guide the right foot in between your palms. Low lunge. Grabbing those blocks, if you're using them, bring them right underneath the palms. Start to bring the weight forward, right knee over ankle. And then take a breath in. Find a modified pyramid. Begin to lift your hips up and back. So working the right leg a little bit straighter. Lift your left heel high over your toes and press that right hip back in space. Left hip comes forward to square them off. Take a breath in. Stay for a breath out. As you inhale, start to bend back into your front knee. Find that active low lunge. Take a little bend into the left knee and then step or take a few steps to bring the left foot up to meet the right into a forward fold at the top of your mat. From here, heel, toe your feet out, hip width distance apart. Ragdoll pose, bend your knees generously, belly to thighs, palms or fingertips can come to your blocks to the mat, maybe to shins or pinkies into opposite elbows. And just sway gently here side to side if that feels good. Shake your head yes and no. Begin to let go of tension in the shoulders and the neck. Coming back to center when you're ready. Bring your palms to your shins and then inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Lengthen the crown of the head. Squeeze your shoulder blades, firm the belly. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, fold, bend your knees, belly to thighs. Keeping the legs hip width distance apart. Inhale, we'll rise up, reverse swan. Circle your arms around and up with a flat back. Come to standing. And then exhale, hands together at heart center, Samasti Tahi. Nice. From here, inhale, big circle to extend and lengthen. As you exhale, stay, hold here, bring the weight into your left foot. One-legged Tadasana, bring that right knee up in line with the hip crease, flex the foot, find a little bit of a Drishti gaze, breath in. Exhale, open twist to the right, send your right fingertips back, your left fingertips forward and hold. Stay for that breath out. We'll come to center. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure four. Bring your right ankle to the top of your left thigh. Hands to heart center. Send your hips back, heart forward, and keep that right foot flexed until you feel a nice stretch into that outer hip and glute. Not too deep, right? Still early in our practice. We'll stay for a breath in, finding a little more space with that breath out. We'll rise. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, chair plane. Set your right foot down to meet the left first, and then start to bend into your knees as you sweep your arms behind you, invisible chair. You're welcome to step out hip width distance apart if that feels better in your body, or zip the legs together. Anchor your tailbone down, start to fire up the legs. Maybe lift the toes off the mat if it serves you. A little up dog in your chest. Inhale to full chair Utkatasana. Arms can come parallel or biceps in line with the ears. Take one more breath in to lengthen and lift. Exhale, fold. Hands come through heart center with a flat back. Fold over your legs. We'll find a reset. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, plant your palms into the mat. Walk your feet behind you, high plank. First time here and hold. You're welcome to drop the knees down to the mat for support or keep the legs lifted. Push the earth away. Lift up through the backside body. Fire up your biceps, your triceps. Build that heat. Breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, and then lower all the way down to your belly. When you arrive, untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Palms stay under the shoulders. Elbows hug your body tight. Take a breath out. Release the breath. Release the chin to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Press into the palms. Lift your heart forward and then up and back. So gazing just past the top of the mat. Press down into the tops of your feet. For more, you can hover your palms. One more breath in, coming up just a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down, lead with your heart. We'll take another round option for full cobra. I'll talk you through. Stay for your exhale, release the breath out. Inhale, press into the palms, lift your heart forward, and then up and back. Now full cobras. Press into the earth, begin to send the heart forward even more, and work your arms a little bit straighter. Roll the shoulders away from your ears, elbows like to bow out, so hug them tight, and then soften your glutes. Take one more breath in, coming up just a little bit higher. Exhale, lead with your heart, controlled, come down to the mat. From here, tuck your toes. You can press up straight into a high plank or come to tabletop first. And then we'll send our hips back, downward facing dog. Down dogs, breath in to fill up. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, extends your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, stack, open the hips, roll it out. Some movement here into the hip, the ankle, and drive that right heel down towards the mat. Feel that stretch. As you're ready to extend, square your hips, lengthen the left leg behind you. Exhale, gaze forward, step, or help guide the left foot in between your palms, low lunge. Grabbing those blocks again, if you're using them, bring them right underneath the palms. Press your left hip back a little bit, and then lengthen the crown of the head. Take a breath in, inhale, modified pyramid. Start to work the hips up and back. As you work the left leg a little bit straighter, it can be bent any amount. The right heel comes high over the toes and just start to breathe, right? We're opening up a little bit deeper, warming up the body for where we're going. Stay for a breath in, steady breath out. Inhale, start to bend back into your front knee. Find that active low lunge. Gaze forward, take a little bend into your right knee, and then step or take a few steps to bring the right foot up to meet the left into a forward fold. We'll reset, inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale and fold. Rise, reverse swan, circle the arms around and up, lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time we'll shift the weight into the right foot. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg will lift. Flex the toes. Again, knee in line with the hip crease. Breath in to lift up. Exhale, open twist to the left. This time, left fingertips back, right fingertips forward, and hold. Find a little spiral of the heart here. Find a Dristi gaze. Inhale, back to center, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure four, left ankle, right thigh, hands come to heart center. Bending into that standing knee, send your hips back, your heart forward any amount, and maintain a flexed left foot here. If you fall out, no big deal, come back in. We're gonna be here for an extra breath. Using your inhale to rise up, one-legged Tadasana, left leg lifts. Exhale, chair plane, release the left foot first, and then begin to sit low into your chair. Reach the arms behind you. A little lift of the chest, anchor that tailbone, take a breath in. Steady, strong breath out. This time, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, and hold. Stay here and breathe. Or as you exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart forward, maybe lift the gaze. Inhale to lengthen. We'll do that one more time. If you did it, exhale, cactus the arms, build that heat. Inhale, full chair. Exhale, fold over your legs, lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step it back, high plank. We're here once again. And hold, maybe drop your knees. Take a breath in, bring the weight forward. Exhale, come down halfway, this time chaturanga. Elbows hug your body tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. First time here, send your heart forward and hold. Roll the shoulders away, bend your elbows, take a breath in. Exhale, roll over your toes. Send your hips back, downward facing dog. Full breath in, fill up. Open your mouth and let it go. Adding on, inhale, extend your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, hinge forward and tap. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, hinge forward and twist. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, step or help guide that right foot in between your palms, low lunge. Grabbing those blocks again if you'd like. Inhale, modified pyramid, right, adding on, lift the hips up and back. Stay for a breath in. Stay for a breath out. Bend back into your front knee. Find that active low lunge. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale, step to bring that left foot up to meet the right into your forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale and fold. This time, bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana, send the arms up overhead. Take your time again, find that depth, lift the toes, bring the weight into your heels. Breath in. Exhale, open twist to the right, right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. Inhale, come back to center chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back, find your active low lunge. From here, spin the back foot flat, root it down into the mat. Your left arm will guide you open. Inhale, circle it around and up as you find your warrior two. Settle in here, bend into your right knee, press down through the knife edge side of the back foot, and then start to lower in, opening up the hips. We'll just take a little stretch here. So as you inhale, straighten the legs. Bring the arms overhead to touch. Palms touch, lift the gaze. And then exhale, settle back in into your warrior two, sitting just a little bit deeper. Nice. From here, flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Find that side body stretch. Half binds are welcome here. And just keep that bend into the front knee. Lift up through your front hip crease. Take one more breath in to lift higher. Exhale, big circle with your hands. Release your palms to the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, extend your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift it forward. We'll take a Vinyasa high to low plank. Option to keep this right leg lifted for Ekapada, or maybe drop down to your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, open mouth, and let it go. Inhale, extend your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, hinge forward and tap. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, hinge forward and twist. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, step or help guide that left foot in between your palms, low lunge. Again, maybe using those blocks here if you're still feeling a little tight in your hamstrings. Inhale, modified pyramid, start to work the legs a little bit straighter. We'll stay here in this setup for another breath in and a steady breath out. Bend back into your front knee, find that forward. Exhale, step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. We'll reset, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, just as before. Again, find that strength. Keep your breath strong. Breath in. Exhale, open twist to the left. Left fingertips back, right fingertips forward. Inhale, back to center chair. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, step your right leg back, low lunge. Spin your back foot flat. Use your right arm to guide you open this time. Inhale, circle it forward and around as you find warrior two facing the opposite side of the room. Settle in here, again, strong into the feet. Look down, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. And then reach your fingertips out, long gaze over your front middle finger and roll the shoulders away from your ears. And we'll even it out, sorry, I forgot. We'll straighten the front leg, reach the arms to touch palms, little touch, lift the gaze, and then exhale, just settle back in. Warrior two, sink just a little bit deeper. Now from here, flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back, find that side body stretch. Again, half binds are welcome here if you'd like to take that. Continue to bend strong. This leg is working deeply. Take a breath in to lift up, find just a little more space. And then exhale, big circle. Send your hands down to the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, extend your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, we'll take our vinyasa high to low plank, chaturanga. Again, option to keep that left leg lifted for ekapada. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Down dogs, full breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. So this is our flow. We're gonna move it through 2 times, breath to movement. Second time's a little bit different, so just listen for my cues as we start to flow. Inhale, extend your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, hinge forward and tap. Inhale to extend. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, hinge and twist. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Option to use those blocks. Inhale, modified pyramid, lift the hips up and back. Exhale, low lunge, bend back into your front knee. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale, step the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. We'll find a reset. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left leg back, low lunge. Spin your back foot flat. Inhale, rise, circle that left arm up, warrior two. Stay for your exhale as you settle in. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse warrior, find that side body stretch. Exhale, circle your hands to the mat, low lunge. Inhale, extend the right leg high. Exhale, we'll take our vinyasa high to low plank, chaturanga, any variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, hinge and tap. Inhale to extend. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, hinge and twist. Inhale to extend. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. An option to use your blocks. Inhale, modified pyramid, lift the hips up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale, step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. We'll reset. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right leg back, low lunge. Spin your back foot flat. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And then settle in as you exhale. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse warrior, maybe half binds here. Exhale, circle the hands to the mat, low lunge. Inhale, extend the left leg high. Exhale, take your vinyasa high to low plank, any variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Down dogs, breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Inhale, extend your right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow and hold. Breath in, bring that knee up just a little bit higher. Exhale like a pendulum, bring that right knee over to the left. Inhale, back to right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, we'll do that one more time. Exhale to the left. Inhale, three-legged dog. Send that right leg high. Exhale, step or help guide it through. Low lunge. Listen for the change. Exhale to gaze forward. Exhale, step the left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. We'll find a reset. Inhale, long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale to chair. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Yeah, now this time, inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Right leg will lift. Exhale, figure four, right ankle to left, 5. Inhale to rise, back up, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, release your right foot down first, and then lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, this should feel nice. Exhale, step your left foot back, low lunge. Spin your back foot flat, inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Exhale, stay, sit low. Inhale, reverse warrior, half bind, or welcome. Exhale, circle the hands to the mat, low lunge. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, we'll take our vinyasa high to low plank, any variation, or just skip. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time through. Inhale, extends that left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, hinge and hold. All right, little core here. Push the mat away. Bring the elbow up higher. One more breath in. Exhale, bring it to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. One more time. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale, step the right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. We'll reset. Inhale, halfway lift. Catch your breath. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale to center chair. Exhale, sit lower, build that heat. Left leg will lift this time. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure four, left ankle to right thigh. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, step it back into crescent lunge, or low lunge rather. From here, spin the back foot flat. Inhale, circle, rise up. Settle in as you exhale, warrior 2. Okay. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, circle your hands down to the mat, low lunge. Inhale, extend your right leg high. Exhale, take your vinyasa high to low plank, chaturanga, any variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Down dogs, full breath in. Open mouth, let it out. One more time, deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. If you need a few moments here, you're welcome to stay in down dog or find child's pose. We're going to continue on. Meet us when you're ready. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. You can walk, jump, or step to the top of your mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reverse swan. Circle the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes here. Feel the breath just moving in the body. Feel the heart beating in your chest. And just come back in. Turn that awareness back internally. Take a few breaths here to start to come down from all of that movement. Steady, strong ujjayi breath. Let it move through the body. We'll stay one more round of breath here. And that next inhale, blink your eyes open, find that soft, steady gaze. And then we'll lower into our chair pose, start to bend into your knees, sink the hips, and then we'll sweep the arms out. Nice. Take a breath in to lengthen. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Find your prayer twist as you hinge and hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Now, if you need to modify, you can find a nice open twist here, right? Less of a twist if that feels better in the body. If you have your full prayer twist here, use that elbow against the knee as leverage to start to spiral your heart towards your thumbs. Continue to sink low. Notice if one knee is sticking out, and if so, bring it back in. Maybe just not come down as deep. If fly arms is part of your variation, you're welcome to open up the arms wide. We'll take one more round of breath here wherever you are. And then exhale, forward fold is your release. Release the hands down and fold over your legs. We'll find a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold, a little counter stretch. Heel toe your feet hip width distance apart. Bend your knees generously, bring your belly to your thighs, and then take your peace fingers, make peace signs, wrap them around your big toes. Thumb will complete the bind, Padagustasana. Bend your elbows, let the crown of the head fall and be heavy. And then again, keeping the knees bent. This is more about releasing the low back than it is stretching the hamstrings. So keep the hips low, bending the knees, belly to thighs. Bring your elbows out wide, and then just soften the ears away from your shoulders. If this is too much in your hamstrings, you can always bring palms to shins or to the blocks. And we'll take one more round of breath. And then releasing one hand at a time. Bring the palms back to the mat or to your blocks. And then heel toe your big toes back together to touch. From here, plant the palms into the mat and then step your left leg back, low lunge. From here, drop your left knee down, untuck your left toes, and begin to heel toe your right foot up to the top right corner of the mat for your runner's lunge. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. And then before you go anywhere else, just start to lift the chest, lift the gaze. Press your hips forward until you feel a nice stretch here up that left hip flexor. We're gonna be here a few breaths, so stay here and breathe. If you'd like to come down deeper, you can always use your blocks. Maybe bring the forearms down to the blocks or down to the mat if that feels accessible into your hips. And just make sure that that knee is still over the ankle. And take a few breaths, really working deeper into the hips. Find a little softness as we hold and breathe. Keep space in between the jawline. And notice if you're holding tension, rounding into the shoulders or squeezing your glutes, right? And just see if you can soften, finding a little more space with each exhale breath that you take. Let's do 2 full rounds of breath, nice and strong. Ujjayi breath is still strong and active. Notice if the breath has shallowed out in any way and come back to that breath. Really nice. If you have a deeper variation, come out slowly. We'll bring our palms back underneath our shoulders. And then just mindfully moving, be mindful of this knee as you heel toe the right foot back to the center of your palm so that both palms frame it. From here, plant the palms, tuck your back toes, lift your back leg, find your active low lunge. And again, mindful moving here. As you inhale, bring the palms to the inside of your right foot. Begin to walk the palms all the way over to the left as you pivot your feet so that all 10 toes face the other side of the room. Prasarita. Now before you go anywhere else, bring the palms underneath the shoulders. You can use blocks. I'm going to take mine with me so you can see that variation here. Press down first into the sides of your feet and then take a breath in. Find a halfway lift. Long spine, crown of the head lengthens. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Begin to fold over your legs as you find your Prasarita. Now we're going to hold a few breaths in this pose. You can bend your knees slightly if you notice that you're starting to hyperextend the joints. We really want to work stretching into the muscles instead of dumping weight into our ligaments. So tiny micro bends. You can come deeper, slide the palms to the outsides of the thigh or to the ankles here and hug your body in closer as you lift your hips high. But allow that energy to roll down the sacrum all the way up the spine and letting the crown of the head be heavy. If you have an inversion here, that's part of your practice, you're welcome to take flight. Maybe lift your legs off the mat and find a tripod headstand, right? Completely optional. You can always add on intensity into your practice here as we move and flow, so just finding what works for you. We'll stay one more round of breath. And to come out, take your time, walk the palms back underneath your shoulders or to the blocks. We'll find a halfway lift as you lengthen. Hold here, firm the belly, bring your hands to your hips, elbows to the sky, and then with a flat back, rise. Take your time as you come to standing. Take a moment to just let the blood rush down. And then from here, bring your heels in, your toes out for star pose. Begin to straighten the legs, reach the arms high. Spread the palms, lift the gaze, lift your chest. Breath in. Exhale, find warrior two back to the front. So start to bend back into that front knee. Yes. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse warrior, a nice little transition. And then exhale, hinge forward, reach until you can go no further. Exhale, tick-tock your arms to 12 and 6, extended side angle. So I have my right forearm here onto my thigh to modify. If you'd like to come a little bit deeper, you're welcome to bring your fingertips down to the mat or maybe hover your right palm here if you need a little more. But start to open up the chest, reach the left fingertips high or sweep the fingertips overhead as you press down firmly through that back foot. Really nice. Take one more breath here and exhale, just twisting a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse triangle. Begin to straighten both legs. Reach up and back. High five the back corner of your room. And then exhale, big circle with your hands. Release the palms to the mat. Yogi's choice here. You can step back into a downward facing dog, or if you need another vinyasa, you need a little more heat, you're welcome to flow through it. But we'll meet in a downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Down dogs, take a deep breath in, open mouth and let it go. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. You can walk, jump, or step to the top. Big toes come back together to touch. I'm gonna just move my blocks here. We'll reset, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. This time straight into chair, so bend the knees, drop the hips, use that breath in to rise up as you find chair pose once again. Nice. Take your breath in to lengthen and lift. Exhale, prayer twist to the left, bring your hands to heart center, and then hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. So again, that open twist variation just as before to modify. Elbow against the knee as leverage to lift the heart toward your thumbs. As you keep breathing here, find length with each inhale. And then exhale, twisting a little bit deeper, spiraling the heart. If you took the fly arm variation, go ahead and open the arms wide, just like Courtney. Keep depth in the hips. We'll take one more breath wherever we are. Exhale, come out, forward fold is your release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, heel toe your feet hip width distance apart. You can take that same variation with the peace fingers around your toes, or if you'd like to come deeper, we'll take Padahastasana. Take your right palm facing up, slide it right underneath the right foot, toes to the wrist crease. Same with the left palm faces up, slide it under the left foot, toes to the wrist crease. Bend your knees, belly to thighs, bend your elbows out to the sides of the room, and then just let the crown of the head be heavy. You can press up onto the bottom of your feet, but notice if that has you crunching into your neck and shoulders, and if so, find softness, roll the shoulders away from your ears. Again, nice counter stretch here, release the low back. We'll stay one more round of breath. One palm at a time, release. You're gonna roll out your wrists, just to let go, open and close the fingertips, shake it out, bring some blood back into the fingertips. We'll reset when you're ready. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, heel toe your big toes back together to touch. This time we'll step that right leg back, find your low lunge. Drop your right knee down, untuck the toes, and begin to heel toe your left foot to the top left corner of the mat for runner's lunge on this side. Again, knee over ankle, palms under shoulders. Before you go anywhere else, just start to lift the chest, lift the gaze. Feel how that activates up through that right hip flexor. Stay here and breathe, or maybe go a little bit deeper. Again, you can use your blocks, bring them right underneath the forearms if you like. Might use one on this side. Maybe if it's accessible, forearms come down to the mat. And again, a few breaths on this side. Settling in, the side might feel a little tighter, and that's okay, right? Just observing the differences in the sides of the body. Again, notice if you're moving tension. We like to do that a lot without even realizing it. Are you squeezing the shoulders? Are you clenching your jaw? And if so, keep the breath longer and steady and move that breath to areas that feel tight. We'll stay one more round of breath. Deeper variations, come out, bring the palms back underneath your shoulders, and then carefully heel toe that left foot back to the center of the palms, again being mindful of the knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the back leg, find your active low lunge, and then again very carefully take a breath in as you start to walk your palms over to the right side as you parallel your feet. I'm going to grab my blocks and set them up here. And take your time to arrive here, Prasarita, second side. Press firmly down into the sides of the feet. Walk the palms under your shoulders. We want to find that length. Inhale, halfway lift from your belly. And then keep this as you hinge from your hips. And now fold. So whatever feels good on this side. Again, if you want to take an inversion, you're welcome to take flight, lift the legs overhead. You can find that same variation as before, maybe palms to the outsides of the ankles, peace fingers around the big toes. If you need a little more into your shoulders, and maybe interlace the palms here at the low back. And use your exhale to allow your elbows, lead with your elbows to come overhead any amount. If this is not accessible into the shoulders with the palms touching here, you can always bring a strap or a towel in between them. Or if this doesn't feel good at all, just let it go, maybe palms to low back. Again, little bends into the knees, right? Be mindful here if you're allowing joints to hyperextend. Same in the elbows, if they're locked out, to little bends into them. One more round of breath. If you have a bind in your hands, go ahead and release them back under the shoulders. And we'll find a halfway lift as we lengthen long spine. Hold here, engage your core, hands to your hips, elbows to the sky. We'll rise with a flat back. Take your time to arrive. Let the blood rush down, catch the breath, and then bring the heels in, toes out, star pose. Reach the arms up high overhead. Spread the fingertips. This is a nice energizing pose. Lift the chest and gaze. Breath in. Exhale, warrior two, back to the front. Yes. From here, flip the front palm, inhale, reverse warrior. A nice transition here. And then keep this length as you exhale, hinge forward, reach, reach, reach. When you can go no further, tuck your arms to 12 and 6 for extended side angle. So again, forearm to the thigh is a nice modification. You can come deeper, fingertips down to the blocks here, maybe to the mat if you're using them, or for more heat, you can hover that bottom arm. But start to open up here. The tendency is to kind of fold forward and crunch, but you want both side bodies to be long as you open the chest, reach high, or sweep the fingertips overhead. Yes, from here, inhale, reverse, triangle, straighten both legs, have this be a nice release, lift up, hug the inner thighs towards each other, breath in, exhale, big circle with the hands, release the palms. Again, yogi's choice, you can just step it back to downward facing dog, or if you want to take one more vinyasa, you need a little more heat, finish you with breath cycle as we meet in downward facing dog. Down dogs, breath in, open mouth. Down dogs, inhale, begin to shift forward, lower your knees down to the mat. Come to sitting on your heels. So we're all prepped and ready for our peak pose. We're gonna take side crow with the option to go into Ekapada Kundinasana 1, which is that staggered leg. You can find any variations. I'll give you layers as we start to add on, but just find what serves you. It's just a little time to kind of play on your hands, get off the feet, play on your mat, find a little happiness, a little playful time here, all right? So I'll talk you through it. We'll add on layers. Make sure to have the blocks. We'll go to the right side first. So if you are going to use blocks, I prefer to use my blocks here. If you have any wrist issues, this is always really helpful. Just having them here over to the right side of your mat for where we're going, okay? If we're ready, we'll meet at the top of our mat into a forward fold. Okay. Let's find a nice reset. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. So from here, bend your knees, drop your hips, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, just as before. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll hook our left elbow to the outside of our right knee, prayer twist. Now you can stay just like this, add that layer on if you'd like. If you're ready to try our side crow, you might have to step back. I'm gonna step back to come closer to our blocks. And the first thing is to bring your hands down to the blocks. Start to sink the hips. Again, you don't have to use the blocks if you don't want to, but they are available here. Press the palms down firmly, nice and flat. And then start to bend your elbows, chaturanga arms, and 90 degrees. And then as you lift your hips, you're gonna find a little shelf as you bring your hips to the backs of your triceps. Now start to lift the toes off the mat. I recommend gazing out towards the side. Yes. And start to firm the belly, pushing the mat away. And if you want to try that split leg, Ekapada Vinyasa, begin to extend your right leg forward, left leg back. Continue to hug the elbows and towards each other. Really nice. Press down. We'll take one more breath in wherever we are. Beautiful, Courtney. And then come out carefully. Bring your knees back to touch. Carefully release the toes down to the mat. Let your knees drop. Roll out your wrists a few times. Shake it out. Right? It's a lot of weight onto the hips. Whatever, or onto the wrists. Let it out. Roll it out. So take your time. We'll switch the blocks again. If you're using it, you don't have to if you don't want to. Bring them over to the left side. About shoulder width distance apart. We'll come back into our forward fold. I like to get to this pose from our prayer twist, so that's where we'll go. Let's reset. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips, inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana, sit nice and low, breath in. Exhale, prayer twist to the left, right elbow to the outside of your left knee. So again, maybe stay here, maybe fly arms. If you want to take flight, go ahead and bring your hands down to the blocks or to the sides of the mat. Bend your elbows and then start to bring the weight forward. The side of the hip comes to the backs of the triceps, and then just lift the toes off the mat. If you fall out, no big deal. You can stay here with your side crow, spiraling the heart again, gazing forward, or find that split leg variation. Begin to extend the left foot forward, right foot back, continuing to lengthen the spine. One more breath in, wherever you are. We'll come out carefully into our mat. Beautiful. Come down to your knees. You can take more time to play around if you need it. We're gonna roll out our wrists a few times, shake it out. Yes, whatever you need here. A really nice job, you guys. Whenever you're ready, we'll come down to our back, so take your time to arrive there. However you want to get there, roll it down. And then reach your legs out long, point through the toes, reach the arms up overhead, breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Bring your knees into your chest, give them a little squeeze here, rock side to side, draw some circles to the right, to the left. Start to massage the low back a little bit. When you've had enough, release the left foot down to the mat, knee towards the sky. Bring your right ankle to the top of your right thigh. In, thread the needle, reach through that space between the legs and release the palms at the back of the thigh or to the top of the shin if you need a little more sensation. Have the shoulders be heavy. Little supine pigeon here, breathing into the back of the legs. Maybe close your eyes, but keep that breath, Ujjayi, strong and steady. We'll stay one more round. From here, release the bind in your hands. Reach your arms out long to the side, leg wings or goal post. Slide the right leg up and over the left. Scoot your hips 1 inch to the right, and then exhale, lower your knees over to the right for our supine twist with eagle legs. You can gaze towards the right. You can close your eyes if that feels better. If this is too much in your body with the legs twisted, just stack the knees on top of each other. Take a normal supine twist with the legs stacked, knees stacked, if that feels better in your body. We've done a lot of twisting today. Just have this feel nice and gentle as you allow your shoulders to melt into the mat. Inhale, come back to center. Take your time unraveling. If your legs are still crossed, just unravel them. Knees back into the chest, roll it out. Neutralize your spine before we take it the other way. And release the right foot down. Bring your left ankle to the top of the right thigh. Thread the needle, interlace the palms at the back of the right thigh or to the top of the right shin, and whatever feels better. Keep this left foot flexed, and you can hug the knees in a little bit closer to the body to intensify that stretch if that feels okay. Shoulders are heavy and weighted, and then breathing into the back of the left glute, outer hip. And then releasing the hands. Again, you can goalpost to bring them out long like wings. Slide the left foot up and over the right. Scoot your hips 1 inch to the left, and then exhale, lower the legs over to the right as you gaze towards the left supine twist. And if this does not feel good, go ahead and unravel the legs. You can just stack them just like I am. Knees stacked, hips stacked, gazing to the left palm or closing the eyes. Shoulders are heavy. Start to bring it down. Use your inhale to unravel slowly and unravel the legs if they're still crossed. Knees back into the chest. A little neutralizing of the spine. Roll it out. We're going to take one last pose before we come into Shavasana. Anandavalasana, happy baby. Stamp the soles of your feet on the ceiling. Knees come out wide. Reach for shins, ankles, or maybe the inside arches of the feet, just like Courtney had. Whatever feels okay in the body. If your tailbone is onto the mat, you can rock gently side to side. If you want to straighten one leg at a time, or maybe both, if that feels accessible in the body, you're more than welcome to do it. Whatever you need here. And then one leg at a time, go ahead and release. Bring your knees back into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins and lift your forehead to your knees. Come into a tiny ball. Flex your feet. Give yourself a big hug, a little self-love. We'll take a deep breath in. Fill up all the way to the top and hold. Take one more little sip of air and then open your mouth. Exhale, let it go. Begin to release the legs. Extend them out long in front of you for Shavasana. Any movements here? Open and close your jaw. Rock your head. Have your arms come out long, palms face up, open to receiving those benefits of your practice. Find your natural breath. Find this heavy weightedness in the lower body like you're a little ice cube and you're just melting into the mat. And close your eyes. Find stillness as you surrender into your Shavasana. I encourage you to stay here as long as you need. Whenever you're ready to come out, just start by wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling out wrists and ankles. Nod your head gently side to side. Pointing the toes, reach the arms overhead. Good morning stretch and lengthen your body. And then carefully bringing the knees into your chest. Roll over to either side. Find supported fetal position using your bottom bicep as a pillow. Take a breath just to come back, ground down, recenter. And take this feeling that we've created together here, even though it's virtually, take it off your mat and carry it into the rest of your day. Whenever you're ready, we'll meet in Sukhasana. No rush to get there. Legs crossed, eyes closed, hands at heart center in prayer. Anjali Mudra. Sealing off our practice with one last cleansing and unifying breath. Take a breath in, fill up. Open mouth, let it go. Bringing our thumbs to our third eye center, the light, the student, the teacher, me, bows to and reflects the beautiful and divine light in each and every one of you. From my heart to yours, namaste. Namaste. Thank you.